What's up, y'all? So today we're doing something a little different. I'm coming to you live from my couch because I just wanted to have, a heart-to-heart kind of conversation and a little venting session about how it is to figure yourself out in your 20s and the lessons that I'm learning in my 20s as I'm going through them. Let's get into it. Let's just say this shit is hard. This shit is so hard. Like, a lot of people say, take your time. Life is not over and you're only 20. But it's so many things that cloud my mind at this age. For one, career. I've always looked at my career. I feel like 20 is like you're figuring out your life, but at the same time, it's like you need to get your life together. I'm learning that everything takes time. And while I may want something as fast, I kind of have to slow it down and let things work its course and let God do what God does. But at the same time, it's like I'm 25. When I was a kid, I always said, I'm going to have a house by 25. I'm going to be doing this at 25. I'm going to be married. Let's laugh at that, okay? Because life is never how you think it's going to go. Like, it's never like that. But I have to start realizing that I have time. It's kind of weird because I have time, but I don't have time, because I have time because I'm only 25. But at the end of the day, life is still not promised. And I think that's why I'm always so eager to hurry up and try to, be a better me while I can, because you don't never know, God forbid, if you wake up tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to get the most out of my life and live out my dreams how I want to. But it's I kind of have to remind myself that life is going to take its course. I have to just relax. And it's hard because it's again, I'm 25 and I'm thinking that I'm supposed to have all this stuff figured out, and I just feel like I don't. I'm very proud of myself. I have my own car, I have my own apartment, I have a son, and that's well, but it's not where I want to be now. And I'm so eager to get to my final destination. I'm always looking at my vision board, and I'm always reminding myself, okay, this is where I want to be. I want my bank account to look like this. I want that Tesla truck that I set out I want to get. I want a healthy lifestyle. I want to be the best mom to my kid. And I just want to flourish. But it's hard right now because where I'm at right now, it doesn't feel like that. Why did my mom have me? No, I'm not going to say that, because I love being here. I love life. But it's I didn't ask for this. I got hella bills, hella responsibilities. And it's suck it up, be an adult. You're growing up. At the same time, it's so hard. And I always have to tell my parents, my mom knows for the most part when I talk to her, life is harder than what it was when y'all were growing up. The inflation, the bills, the expectations, the things you have to do. Rent already is $2,000 for me to live in an apartment, okay? And that's an apartment. And then you got to worry about all the extra things that come with it. Then you got to worry about career. Then you got to worry about entrepreneur. It's so many things that go into this stuff. And it's trying to stay afloat and trying to remember that this is only a phase and this is not the final destination. It's hard. So as of now, I'm figuring out how to navigate life and how to be grateful for where I'm at, but still I'm trying to strive and be a better me at the same time. And it's not easy, but I just hope, I'm wishing that this phase would be over, because like I said, somebody put on their Facebook status, why do I have to be God's toughest soldier? Why am I going through all this crazy stuff in life right now? But I guess that's just life, and that's just something that I'm still learning, and that I have to be able to be comfortable with eventually, right? Another thing that I want to talk about is friendships. Figuring out friendships in this time where everybody knows everybody is busy, everybody's dealing with their own things, and that it's not that I don't love you, friend, I love you. But your girl is going through her own stuff, and I know you're going through your own stuff, right? So even trying to navigate dealing with friendships on top of owning a business, on top of being a mom, and still even then, still having a life on top of being a mom, on top of being a business owner, and being able to be around friends and feel good and not feel guilty that I'm not working or that I'm not being a mom and things like that. And for me, friendships were always hard because it's okay, let's just say that I have a best friend, but we're so far away. I'm in Virginia, she's in Pennsylvania. So when we connect, it's like that's like my sister. Like, we know each other since second grade. That's like my sis. We locked in forever. But when it comes to like meeting new friends in a different environment, it's like I was always the friend who always was the outsider friend. So people will hit other people up first, and then they'll hit me up, or they'll already have their friend group, and I'll just be like the awkward word coming in. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had like established friend groups, and I've always felt like the outsider in my friend groups. I don't like reaching out to certain people sometimes because I feel like they don't want to hang out with me, or of course life is life and they're too busy, or just something. And I've been feeling like that since like high school, honestly, but it's gotten better since I've been in college. But at the same time, it really hasn't, because I'm still the outsider friend that people call just, I don't know. And I feel like I'm a good friend, but it's just always been like that. And just navigating through friendships and trying to learn that trying to be a good friend to others and still trying to deal with life problems, and trying to actually enjoy my friendships instead of always focusing on my career and my life and my work, and just living for the moment. I'm still working on that as well, but it's pretty tough. The thing that I'm really figuring out in my 20s is to learn how to think for the long term and not in the moment. I'm always trying to think about what choices am I making now so that I can live comfortably later, because I'm sacrificing a lot. I'm sacrificing time, I'm sacrificing some friendships, I'm sacrificing, a lot of fun things, because I'm thinking for the long term. I'm trying to build my stability now so that in the future I'm able to just be good and be comfortable. So I'm working hard on my business. I'm working hard trying to like set myself up in different aspects, like having different income streams. I'm just trying hard, and it's like sometimes you get so burnt out, because I'm one person. I'm trying to run a business, trying to be a mom, trying to be a girlfriend, trying to do all of these things, and it's like it kind of burns me out. But at the same time, I'm always trying to think of the long term. Okay, this is temporary. This is not going to be for the rest of my life. Like, this is what I need to do right now in order to get to that next phase. But sometimes it's so hard to keep trying to think like that when you're in the moment. You're burnt out, you're tired, and it's just hard, So it's like I'm trying to figure that out as well. Like, how can I make like better decisions? Not better decisions, but how can I manage my time so that I'm not burnt out, but I'm still working on my future, type of thing. Life lessons, folks. So figuring out being my authentic self. Now, I was never the type to be somebody I'm not, but I'm learning, like, as I grow and social media is developing and evolving, that I need to focus on me. So I should not be worried about the critics. I should not be worried about if I'm posting too much. I should not be worrying about anything like that. I should be focusing on what I love to do and living in my truth. So I'm saying that because I've like been on and off of YouTube, not because I'm scared to or things like that. Okay, sorry y'all. My son woke up in the middle of me recording, so I had to stop there, but let's get back into it. Saying was just being my authentic self and put myself on YouTube more, starting to show up more, just doing what I want to do without any judgments, feeling like, I have to please anybody or I have to fit into society standards or anybody's standards about what I want to do, and just go ahead and do it, because you only live once and people are going to talk about you if you do good or if you do bad. So do what the hell you want to do. And I'm taking my advice. I'm doing what the hell I want to do. Okay? So just sticking true to me and just, keeping that up. Another thing that I'm learning in my 20s is really actually learning how money works, okay? And how money works as far as cash and as far as credit. If somebody would have told me this when I was a kid, I would have started saving in kindergarten, okay? 3rd grade, 5th grade, something. I would have been stacking my little pennies, my little allowance, and I would have been saving. Because seriously, it's a shame that we don't get taught certain things in school, or we're not surrounded about certain things revolving credit or cash. So growing up, it's like I'm figuring that out by myself, by learning what's on the internet, by taking classes, by following people who knows how to work with money, who understands credit, who understands money and things like that. Money is a big thing. Like, I don't think why don't we get knowledge around money as much as we should? Probably because they want to keep us in a loop and they want to keep us broke and unhappy. Because, man, the things that I know now, I would have had an 800 credit score and a house and a car on my credit. I would have been making sure my credit is great. I would have been using my credit for good debt and not bad debt. Good debt is the money that comes back to me, and bad debt is just, spending on unnecessary things or things that I think I need and I know I really don't need. I just want them, and just having money management control. Now that I'm getting older and I have responsibilities and I have bills, I'm learning this. Like, girl, you got to get your credit right. You got to get your money right so that you can flourish and that you can, get money back to you. Like, and just ways of flipping money, creating money, like just everything money. Like, I'm learning that something that I want to encourage you all to do is to find your purpose. I know that me right now, I love what I do. I love that I'm a brand coach. I love that I help people with their businesses, and that gives me life. That gives me fulfillment. I also would like to remind you to learn to embrace your struggles. That's something that I'm working on currently as well. Just embracing the fact that, it's beauty in the struggle. Like J. Cole said, it's really beauty in the struggle, because once you overcome that and once you really sit back and look at your testimony, it's like, okay, I came so far. Like, I was just praying to be where I'm at now. Where I was before, 2 years ago, I was praying that I would get where I'm at now. And now I'm here and it's like, wow, I want more. But really just be grateful where you at and just embrace that it's not going to be forever that you're going to be here. Crazy, I was talking to my mom and we was like, I don't want, why do we always have to go through things to be considered like strong and able? Like, why does this have to be a part of my testimony? Me losing a car or losing a house or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to be so crazy? Why can't I just go through life and just navigate it and go through it smoothly? But that's just what it is. And I just want to encourage you guys to embrace the struggles, because that's what I'm doing as well as I'm navigating through my 20s. Just knowing that it gets better. You always have to have this thought in your mind that it gets better, even when you feel like it's in a place that is uncontrollable or that it may not work. And I'm saying this even though I'm going through it. So it's like, even though, we have days where it's like, I want to give up, I want to quit. It's like, you still have to have that thought in the back of your mind. Like, okay, this is temporary. I will not be here forever. Like, get it together, snap out of it. Think of a way to get out of this. Like, you are in control of your life. Like, figure out something. There's something I could do, something that I could be better at to get me out of this situation. So that's kind of what I'm learning now as I go along too. Like, just to embrace where you are now and embrace the things you're going through, because they're building your character and they're making you who you are today, who I am today. I'm also trying to figure out, how can I be more adventurous? Like, I love doing fun things. Like, I'm to the point where I could just, matter of fact, it's not that I love doing fun things, it's that I'm so good with chilling now. Like, I used to want to go to clubs, go to bars, in college and, party, but I'm so past that phase. Now, me being at home with a TV, with some ice cream, with a Netflix on, my favorite show, that feels good to me. And even just like going out for picnics, going to movie dates, exploring, taking like hikes, touring the city, like that makes me happy. I love doing different things like that. So just finding what I love to do and trying to take on more adventures, trying to do things I say I would never learn how to do. Like, for example, I'm scared of water. I'm scared of like jet skis or parasailing, anything like that, but I still want to do it. I still want to have that edge. Like, I still want to be adventurous and learn about what I like to do and what I don't like to do. I can't say I don't like to do it if I never tried it, right? So just being adventurous and finding out things that I like to do and just being happy with that. So, okay. Now, let's talk about relationships, okay? Because this is a big one. When it comes to dating and relationships, for one, I would say if you're not in a position to date right now or you can't find the one, don't settle down and just pick anybody because you feel like you have to. I would do a thing called dating myself, like figuring out what I like, going on dates by myself, going on solo dates, sitting and just getting to know and love myself first before I give myself or share myself with anybody else. And as far as relationships, this is where I struggle the most because I'm an entrepreneur. So when I talk to guys who work jobs, it's always difficult for me to understand their time, and it's always difficult for them to understand my time. It's also difficult for them to understand that, yes, I'm on the computer all day, yes, I'm on social media all day, but I'm not doing nothing. I'm working. I'm trying to get to the bag. I'm always in my phone, not because I'm texting anybody else or I'm doing all this crazy stuff. I'm literally making money from my phone. And I felt like for me being an entrepreneur and dating, it was so hard for somebody to understand that if they were not an entrepreneur. And honestly, when it comes to dating and stuff, I would just say, like, don't rush. Take your time and figure out what works for you. Like, I am not settling for anything. This is kind of my toxic trait because I'm so quick to like want to leave something when something's not for me. And it's not because I don't care. It's because I'm tired. The dating scene these days has acided. I'm tired. Like, I'm not going to keep playing with y'all. Like, I'm just not. So yes, I'm going to say never mind. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to figure out what I want to do and what's best for me. And that's what a lot of people can't do. They think that they have to be tied to somebody because they have years of history or, all this crazy stuff. But me? Oh, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. But I'm doing what's best for me because at the end of the day, my happiness matters. And I want y'all to realize that your happiness matters. So if you're in the stage where you're dating or you with somebody because you feel like you have to be because y'all have time together and it's not really for you, don't stay in that. Not treating you right, leave. Learn how to date yourself. Learn to love yourself. And I feel like it does come from self-love and not loving yourself as much as you should because you're tolerating things that you shouldn't be tolerating. And maybe you have a big heart and you're doing it, or maybe you just, you feel like this is it because you're I don't know why you should feel like that because we're still young if you're in your 20s watching this, but never feel like I have to stay here because of whatever. If you're not happy, if you're not fulfilled, if you're not satisfied, then leave. Like, it's so many people in the world, and I just feel like your time will come or it won't, but you gotta learn, you gotta put yourself out there too. So I mean, as far as like relationships and stuff, think about what's best for you. Well, that sounds kind of selfish when you're in a relationship, but that's facts. Like, you have to think about what's best for you first, if this is right for you, and then eventually, of course, y'all together figure out some stuff. But that's what I'm learning. Like, I will not be stuck with anybody just because we have history or just because we have a past if they're treating me wrong. No, I'm sorry. You have to go. My happiness matters, and I'm not being around. I'm not being 20 and miserable. Hell no, that's out the question. I'm not being 20 and miserable. You could be ain't. So, and you shouldn't either. So this video was really quick, and I just wanted to kind of vent to you guys and let you guys know how I'm feeling about my 20s. You could comment below and let me know some things that you took from this, or anything that you're going through or you're figuring out in your 20s as well, because there's a lot of things. I can go on and on and on, but there's a lot of things that I could talk about. I encourage you guys to, follow these tips as well. Please subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, I'll try to do more talks like this as well. So I have Create Her Tees on my website. I will drop the link below for my creative entrepreneurs. Go ahead and grab you some merch. I have different selections of different shirts and things like that. But thank y'all for, listening to this video, and let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments. And I will see you later. Bye.